coming to the end of building plot number 1, and as we're edging closer to having our first timber frame under our belt, we keep asking ourselves the same questions we do on every new build. How's it going to look once the scaffolding's down? Have we actually made some decent money for all the effort and the hard work we've put in over the last few weeks? Over the next few days, while I'm pushing this timber frame over the finish line, let me catch you up to speed. Yesterday was a proper miserable rainy day, so I didn't do much filming, but I will show you what we got on with. Today it is pretty much raining most of the day. Because we're sheltered by the house and the forest behind me, we can actually lay pulling in the gables, so everything is almost up to height. We've just got the gables to do. We've got a 25mm crumple zone, which I'm just using a lat to put up to my soffit here and then mark my bricks. We've finally invested in some proper top clamps. All you do, we just drive these into the timber frame, adjust the cavity that way, and then adjust the cavity this way. So something really different on these new build verges. Let me show you and tell me what you think of these. So normally we have a dry verge or a compo verge up the gables. It's like rubbery polystyrene. They said it don't crack and it's got a good thermal value. From way down there, because it's grey, you can't actually tell that it's not compo. So yeah, I guess we're always coming up with new ways to improve houses. And I'll also give you a little tour of the top lift and the gables we're going to be building today.
When I was young, my daddy said, gotta keep one eye open in your bed, 'cause there's a time coming when the devil gonna come for you. So my trigger finger, stay prepared. I've got my weapon and I got my prayers, 'cause if you don't run this town, they'll walk all over you. Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. Run out loud, better run on. Run all day till you can't be found. Run out loud, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. You can outrun the devil, but you ain't gonna outrun me. You ain't gonna outrun me. You ain't gonna.
So we've finished up one gable, or we've at least sat the lintel on, tray on, weeps on, soldiers on, and one course over. I don't want to go any more just because it's a bit wobbly. I don't want to build straight over my lintels. With us using ready mix, it takes a while to go off. So if you put too much weight on your soldiers, they're all just going to sink and move. So there's only about 80 odd bricks to lay there.
The night is racing. I'm tired of running after without knowing what I'm chasing. Don't wanna be a lonely man. Gotta get out of this dangerous land. My hand stops shaking. I'll try a little more giving now.
Just having 5 minutes. The sun's finally come out, which is nice. And honestly, I'm just admiring the views. Where we're working, these houses, they're just in such a nice location. It's things you can kind of dream of. So if we keep working hard, buy and sell a couple more houses, I might end up somewhere around here. But it's really nice, really peaceful. Obviously when I'm not blasting music and screaming like a nutcase. But yeah, just having 5 minutes, enjoy my Friday, because I've worked pretty hard all week. So it's nice to reflect and just chill out. So I talk about it a lot in private. It's quite interesting how nowadays we're all not programmed, but with social media and things like that and the things you see on TV, F1's always striving to like outdo everyone, whether that be like really nice clothes or fancy car, fancy asses. People seem to chase money, but for the wrong reasons. Don't matter if you got 10 quid or 100 grand in the bank. Man, what's it matter? As long as you're a decent person and not a dickhead. So yeah, I think eventually, I mean, I don't need a big flash house or even a fancy van, hence why I've still got the same van at the moment, even though it's on its arse. But eventually, I would like to live somewhere like this. A few more years of working hard. What I do need to spend some money on, and that's my might go Turkey next year.
I've always dirtied everything that I found. This ain't no difference, so look at you now. And baby, cut yourself loose. Save all the things that I said that night. Playing it cool, but I never got it right. Baby, cut yourself.
50 close. All egg already. I don't really. I don't actually know how you do, because it's tray, it's weepoles. How do you forget them? Then again, I've got my fire socks, I was rushing. So when you are rushing, you know, you do forget stuff, don't you? You can see a lot of variation in the heights of bricks, can't you, with these? Hey. So we've got all of the soldiers on the back of the property, and then we've also put one course over. Quite frankly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sold by it, and I really don't think it's pretty. Quite frustrating as a bricklayer, putting a split over your work. And the reason we have got a split, we've got our head height here, which is a set gauge. We can't deviate from that. We then have a soldier course, which is 225. We can't deviate from that measurement. Then we've got a course of brick, which we can crash down 5mm, and then we have this gap there. So honestly, there's no way for us to get around having that split unless they cut the rafters way further back than they actually have done. We're gonna do what we've got to do and try and stay positive. But since we've got a lot of compo to use up, we're leaving the splits for now, and we're dropping onto the front gable so we can get some more to use, because we've got 4 tubs to use up and we've got another 4 tubs coming. It's probably been some of the most hectic days we've had since we've started this job. We've had every tradesperson you can imagine working on plot number 1, which I am hopefully going to finish off today. Yesterday we ended up wrapping up the gable on the front. The previous day it just threw it down, so we pretty much lost an entire day. The windows are going in and look pretty decent, and they're actually fitting, so that's nice. All the stone sills have also gone in. And yesterday I started doing all the cut-ups up the gables. We've got 2 big gables to cut up today, which doesn't sound like a lot, but you know what it's like. The scaffold is getting dropped tomorrow morning, like 100% it is getting dropped. So I've got Kyle here with me today. He's going to help me just get compo and bricks, and while I'm just laying and things like that and not using him, I'm going to get him to absolutely blitz the scaffold. So we have got one more hectic day ahead of us but hopefully we can get this job wrapped up and then finally start blasting on plot number 2. I'm going to be on the still saw pretty much most of the day. So we're going to get the gable on the far side done because I need to put the stone sill in and do a lot of build up. So that'll probably take most of the day. It's quite time consuming when you've got a fascia and soffit in the way of your cut up. And you need to consider your 25mm crumple zone, which is why I've got my lat. So I'm going to come back to you in a little while once that one's done. It's 10 to 8, so fingers crossed this don't take too long. Not long finished the other gable. Kyle's cleaning up on the table lift and we've also put in the stone sill. So that is looking absolutely mint. It's taking so long and it's hard for me to get across on camera the amount of time it's actually taking. I've barely done any filming because of how time consuming it is, but let me show you what we have left. So all that's remaining now is these cuts here, which go all the way up obviously, tiny little infill there, and these cuts here. The issue I'm having is just getting the cut in. It's just so difficult, just trying to reach in here and put a cut in. If anyone has any advice on how to do a cut up on a timber frame, final push, and I've just got a tiny bit of patching in to do on the lift below me, but fingers crossed we can get this wrapped up today. Even if I have no break and we just work late, we'll get there. Brick in, or almost the last brick. And yeah, it's going to be there for at least a couple hundred years. It is 5:30 and we are finally done. What a challenge it's been. Probably wouldn't make sense, would it, if the last day was easy? Because I can tell you this, it's not been easy. The last day's probably been one of the hardest. The whole job, whole plot number 1 has been difficult, but we are finally done and I'm absolutely buzzing with the end result. So tomorrow morning the scaffold is coming down, but overall today it's been a really productive day. We obviously finished off the 2 gable cut-ups, put the stone sills in. We've had other tradespeople knocking about, putting all the windows in. An amazing effort from myself, not to toot my own horn, Charlie, Jake, big man Kyle. The entire team has pretty much smashed this project out. I know we've not always been here as a team, but overall F1 has put a lot of effort into this job to push it over the finish line, especially me, because I've pretty much been here day in day out, really pushing it, staying late, doing what we need to do to hit the targets what we have set as bricklayers to earn money, and to hit the job target really, because obviously all the tradesmen need to get in, the windows have to go in, plasterers have to crack on, it needs to be watertight. So yeah, we've had to hit the schedule of the site as well, which I think we've probably run over a little bit, maybe by a week or so. So fingers crossed the full scaffold comes down tomorrow. Honestly, I'm feeling an overwhelming sense of pride. It's amazing to see the scaffold down. It's probably been about 5 weeks, and it's so nice to see the scaffold properly down. Don't get me wrong, I know that we've had a few problems, you know, with access, with levels, rain, slight delays, bits and bobs like that. But man, I tell you what, now that scaffold's down, it looks absolutely incredible. I'm absolutely thrilled with how it turned out. There is 10,600 bricks in this one house alone, and not to be funny, probably 80% of them has been laid by myself. Charlie was on holiday for the first week and a half and has been pushing all the other jobs we have for Hodgkin Construction forward, while my main focus has been this. And we've got another 6 to build. It does look really good. I'm really proud of this one. There has definitely been a steep learning curve. Oh, bloody hell, I dropped compo on the windowsills and the sills. It's been an extremely steep learning curve for the entire team and myself. We've never built timber frames before, and obviously this was the first one we've ever done. Different sort of bricks, different sort of gauges you've got to hit and follow, because you can't just go your normal gauge. Different levels you have to follow, and obviously we're working on a site, so you have to adhere to lots of different things what we're not used to on our private jobs. But looking at this, I could not be more proud of myself and the entire team. So absolutely buzzing. Regarding money, I don't think we've broke any records to write home about, but this has taken, I think, 2 weeks longer than we thought, just because of all the delays we've had, and because the full team's not been on it all the time. Like I said, I've been pushing it as hard as I can, but we have had delays and things like that. So we've done all right, which is sound, but I'm hoping that plot number 2 is going to go a lot quicker, a lot smoother. Now we know exactly what we're doing. Only things can get better from here. So thank you very much for following along this journey, and we've got another 6 to build, so the journey continues. So I'll catch you in the next one.